That means if you pass this class, there's a Regents exam at the end of the year. If the students pass with a 65 or higher, they get high school credit. So your 8th graders are already on their way to earning credits toward graduation. Contact information is there, similar to Ms. Brink. I do have an Instagram. I need to get better about posting on there. I was better last year, but I just keep forgetting about it. Remote learning tip, utilize your work periods. Work periods can be a nice break, so maybe take a 10-15-minute break, but then really use the rest of those 45 minutes to really work on some assignments so that you stay on track and you don't get behind. I will say Victoria in the chat, and Victoria is really, really good at staying on top of her tasks. So feel free, Victoria, leave some tips in the chat for your peers.
Thank you, Ms. Phelps. Next, we have Ms. Kristen Gardner.
There we go. Hi, everyone. So I teach social studies, and I teach 8th grade and US. And my remote learning tip is sort of combined with my quote, my inspirational messages from me. And that is that you have power. Every day when you help others, you are empowered. Every day when you log on, you are being powerful. Every day when you submit assignments, you are in control. Don't give away your power. Keep it, nurture it, love yourself. And this is a picture of me taken on the day that I changed my last name to Gardner. And that's my little dog, Gabby, and she likes to come to live lessons every once in a while.
Puppy therapy is always a good thing.
Yeah, and I do have an Instagram account, and I was just looking up what is it. I think it's YWCP Gardner. It's something very simple like that. You just type in YWCP, then we all pop up. So
thank you, Ms. Gardner. Next, we have Mr. Art McGowan.
Hey everybody, I just wanted to take a minute first before I go over my stuff here and just thank you all for coming to this open house tonight. It's really awesome that you came, and speaks volumes about you know, your care of your caretaking of your child and just interest in their education. So really thank you all for showing tonight, and hopefully this is very informational for you. So I teach 8th grade algebra, and I also co-teach with another teacher of ours, Miss Craig, 9th grade intermediate algebra. And I just always like that lottery quote, you got to be in it to win it. So that's a really big deal for remote learning. You got to be online and doing stuff in order to get the benefits, right? So that's that one. And then one of my old friends' parents used to always say, good things come to those who wait, but only the things left behind by those who hustle. I just always thought that was pretty cool. Never really thought about it that way. I always kind of subscribe to the good things come to those who wait part though. But you know, there's a little truth to that. And then I think everybody should always strive to reach their maximum potential, but you should never feel like you reached it. So in other words, I really think it's important to be a lifelong learner and just always be looking to improve yourself. And at the bottom, there's my contact information. I'm really, really available for people who need help through email, or my cell phone number's right there. So I don't mind at all if, you know, even the parents, if you want to text and ask a question about what's going on in math, or just whenever you need, just don't be shy. I'm really available, and I don't mind even evening contact, so that's fine.
Thank you, Mr. McGowan. And next we have Miss Erika Delgado. Oh my gosh.
Hi, everybody. I am Miss Delgado. A lot of people just call me Delgado. It's kind of easier. I am the girls' health and PE 8 teacher. I teach a bunch of other things as well in the health and PE realm. My email's up there. My Instagram's up there. Honestly, you can contact me whenever. I will probably be up, even at midnight. But my remote learning tip is listen in class and ask as many questions that you need. Don't just turn your computer on and go ahead of me. I literally go step by step, and I ask for, you know, clarification throughout. But if you are confused, feel free to email me, DM me on Instagram. And my quote is not really a quote, but it's a little tidbit, but it's to set aside time for learning. It's essential that you own your own learning process, managing your professional growth and development. If you are waiting to be told what to learn, then you are not being proactive about your learning. So it is so important that you reach out. I have 275 students, so it's really hard for me to understand and know what you are thinking, because unfortunately I am not a mind reader. So please, you guys are doing a great job letting me know in the chat when you are confused. So please keep it up, and we're all here together.
I really thought you were a mind reader though, Miss Delgado. That's really interesting. I'm kind of let down now finding that out, unfortunately. Next we have Ms. Diaz, who is our Spanish teacher.
So, hola, hello. I'm Miss Diaz. I am teaching Spanish here in Young Women's College Prep. I teach Spanish 1 for our 8th graders. I also teach Spanish 3 for high schoolers. And you have there my contact information. My remote learning tip is stay engaged and reach out. Stay connected with your teacher and classmates. Check your email daily to keep up with date on class assignments and any change or news. And my little phrase I keep repeating to the girls, knowledge is power. Never miss the opportunity to learn something new. And again, if any parents or any students, remember that I am always just an email away.
Thank you, Ms. Diaz. And next we have Mr. Ramos, our music teacher.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mr. Ramos. I'm teaching music, 7th through 9th grade music, and my contact information is there. As far as contact, like everybody else, I am up at all hours throughout the day. So I've had students text me at 11 p.m. with questions, and I'm like, let's get to work. All right. As far as a remote learning tip, just stay focused and ask questions. If you ever need clarification, communication via chat, email, text, or phone call, we want you to succeed. And I believe in learning and teaching through meaningful connections. I'm a violinist, a conductor, and a lifelong learner, and a new member of the YWCP family.
Yes, welcome, Mr. Ramos. Next we have Miss Frank, and Miss Frank is actually going to introduce a couple more colleagues of ours who oversee the special education and ESOL program at our school.
Hi everyone, yes, I'm Miss Frank. So this year my caseloads are 8th grade and 11th grade, but I am also teamed up with the social studies department. So I get to go in social studies 7, social studies 8, global 2, and also US history. So I'm kind of all over the place. This is gonna sound very redundant, but my remote learning tip is to reach out for help. We don't know when you're struggling or if you're confused if you don't tell us. So send us an email, text, or call us. Set up a Zoom for a one-on-one session. That's so important. We've heard all of these teachers say that they will help in any way possible. And my quote is, everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it's stupid, by Albert Einstein.
I really like that quote.
Thank you.
And next we have Miss Stephanie Senecal, Miss Frank.
Yep, so this is Miss Senecal. She is pushing in with our science classes. So she's in Science 7, Living Environment, and Earth Science. And like Ms. Phelps said, Living Environment is a region-sparing course. Her contact information is right there. Again, she would help in a minute. Please reach out. And her remote learning tip is communicate, communicate, communicate. Remote learning can be very hard. We're here to help you however we can, but unfortunately, we're not mind readers, especially when we cannot see your faces. Ask questions in class, ask to Zoom with your teachers outside of class, and let us know when you need help.
Yeah, and I really thought all of you guys were mind readers. It's amazing. Really, really thought that.
Next, we have Miss Danielle Hoskins. There's her contact information. She is our ESOL teacher. She is a little bit all over the place, but focused in on the ELA department. Her remote learning tip is to be kind to yourself and know your brain. We all have different learning styles. There is no right way to do hard things, but the wrong way will always be not trying. And her quote is, "One day you will thank yourself for not giving up."
Awesome, thank you. And now what we're gonna do is introduce our student support staff. So we have Ms. Shaquita Shepard, who is our school social worker. She oversees all grades 7 through 12. And she works really closely with myself and the other 2 high school counselors. Excuse me, she provides counseling, individual counseling for students who are under the special education. And she's also here for any other student. She meets with students on a daily basis. She does small group work. She's an amazing resource. So again, her contact information is on our website. And then you have me. I am Miss Gears. I am the middle school counselor for 7th and 8th grade. I've been at YWCP for 7 years now, and I love middle school so much. They drive me crazy, but I love them. And yeah. And then we have our 2 high school counselors. We have Miss Angelica Davis Bernard. She oversees the students with the last names M through Z in high school. And then we have Miss Annie Hassler, who oversees the last names of A through L. So as your daughters finish 8th grade and they go on to 9th grade, these are the 2 lovely ladies that you'll see next year. We also have 2 really key important members in our GHC and support. GHC stands for Griffin Help Zone. So in the past, if you're a recurring student, you would probably have spoken to Miss Larkins or Mr. Fleming. But one thing that they're doing right now with our virtual and remote learning is making a lot of home visits, helping our students with any technical issues with Chromebooks, just making visits to make sure everyone is doing okay, if you need help or support. So Miss Teresa Larkins and Mr. Jermaine Fleming, you might see them out in the community a lot, and they're great resources for our students as well. So feel free to always email or check in with them too if you don't feel like talking to me or Miss Shepard. We also have Mr. Vandell Marshall and Miss Keisha Bruce. These are other 2 individuals who also push in and help with the GHC support staff. Mr. Marshall also works closely with Mr. Ramos in his music classes. So he's kind of co-teaching, I guess you would say. So you might see Mr. Marshall in your music class. And Miss Bruce actually is teaching a 7th grade class this year as well. And then we have Miss Claudette Lowery, who is our school nurse. She's been doing a great job with YWCP this year as we start in-person learning with our COVID response and all of that. And she's just another great resource for our kids. Kids love her. Kids love to talk to her. And then we just have our office and technology support. So in our office, we have 3 ladies, Miss Kamisha Sanders, Miss Nicole Welsh, and Miss Michelle Frederick. These ladies are in the building all day, every day. So if you ever have any questions and can't get a hold of someone, feel free to call the main office, and these ladies will help you in any way that they can. We have Mr. Michael Douglas, who is our technology support. So any issues that you have with Chromebooks or Wi-Fi or anything like that, he is our go-to guy. He's been really fantastic during this whole virtual learning with adapting to a lot of things and helping our families and all of that. Then we have Miss Glenda Rudolph, who's our business office manager, and Miss Jessica Lindsay, who is our assistant to the athletic director and principal. Just some contact information. Again, this will be on our website, but just main office, when we're open, website for our school, our Facebook page, as well as our Instagram page. And just one more thing about the Remind app, if you haven't These are just some instructions of downloading that Remind app on your phone. I have to say it's a real big helpful tool for me just to remind me of anything that's happening, or if I forget to check an email, sometimes I get this notification right on my phone. It's a free app. So here's the instructions for it. And again, this would be listed on our website as well. And that is our presentation. So if there's any parents that have any questions, feel free to ask, or if you want to write them in the chat, or any comments, concerns that you have, feel free.
Don't be shy, you came all this way. A long drive to the school and you're here. Just kidding.
Miss Morris is off mute. Are you trying to talk or was that an accident? I just didn't know if we could. Okay, I just didn't know if we couldn't hear you. Sorry.
Does any parents have questions about live lesson, about class assignments, your daughter's schedule? I mean, this is a great time to really ask the teachers any questions, if you have. And if you don't want to talk, you can always write in the chat as well.
I have a quick question. This is Michaela's mom.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you.
She was interested in graduating high school early. Is that something that you guys offer, or is that even possible for her?
So what we will do is, so being in 8th grade, she has a unique opportunity. So she has 2 region-sparing courses. So that would be Algebra and Living Environment. She also
she's
has
kicking butt in right now, by the way. She's doing an amazing job in Algebra.
Awesome. And she does have Spanish, which she can receive a LOTE credit with the checkpoint exam at the end of the year. So she has a really rare and unique opportunity to actually go into high school with 3 credits towards graduation. That would be course credit, and that would also be Regents credit. So in order to graduate, students need 5 Regents exams, and oh my gosh, I can't, 22 credits, course credits. It's been a long day, guys. So what she can do is when she gets into high school, she would meet with her high school counselor and then just kind of look into courses that she can take. So sometimes what we could do is when she's enrolled in classes, then there's also some summer school opportunities as well, or, seeing what other electives that we can get for her as time goes on. So there is a possibility that she can graduate early, but that would be more of a conversation to have when she enters into high school.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? That was a good question. Any teachers have advice about live lesson, or I don't know.
My advice would be to, stick around when you sign into it. I have at least one young lady here who likes to walk away from it. So yeah, when you sign in, because I think everybody here does sign in. I do have some students that clearly are not paying attention to it. So, it's just a waste of your time. It's a waste of your time. It's a waste of my time. You're not learning anything. So my advice is, to pay attention to it. Okay. we're trying to do important stuff, and we're trying not to spend the entire, hour just talking at you. Thank you. I appreciate that. We appreciate you, Victoria. You're awesome. You girls are all awesome. You're doing a great job. And, these skills, I tell people all the time, these skills really aren't skills that middle schoolers usually develop. Managing your time and being really disciplined about what you're doing, but it is what it is. And my advice is to try to be disciplined. Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Brink. That was great. One thing I do want to share with parents in terms of your daughter's schedule, your daughter actually has in her schedule built in 2 work periods like throughout the week. So on Mondays and Wednesdays, she has a work period. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, she has a work period. And what those work periods are really meant to be utilized as is to get caught up in any class assignments. So when all these teachers are doing live lessons, they're not expecting the kids to finish within that hour the assignment, like right then and there. And some teachers are assigning homework as well. So those work periods are great times, to utilize, okay, I have this free time between now and my next class. Why not work on some ELA work or some health work or whatever? Or the other opportunity, I know Mr. McGowan has been doing this, is setting up some small group sessions with girls during their work periods to join him and actually help with some algebra work. So I really encourage that. What we're doing right now on a Zoom call can easily be applied during a work period. And, like Ms. Delgado and Mr. Ramos said, they're up at midnight if they need to be. I don't know why. I'm in bed, but I mean, they're willing to help, and all of our teachers are. I mean, it's 7 o'clock on a Tuesday night, and we're still working. And I think that's the one benefit about being virtual, is that we're here, and we'll do whatever we can to help your daughters. So I really encourage, that communication piece with email. You don't have to be very particular and precise about emailing, but if you want to email Miss Gardner and just say, hi, I really need help on some assignments. Okay, let's set up a Zoom, or let's talk on the phone, like we're all here. So I really, really, really encourage reaching out to your teachers. Same thing with parents. If you guys have questions, we're always here to help.
One thing I might add, the dashboard has a lot of useful information. I know that a lot of times we wait for progress reports or report cards to get like an accurate depiction of where our kids are, but these kids have a unique opportunity where they're getting real-time information about where they're standing in each class. So if you haven't had an opportunity to sign into your kids' PCX, and take a chance to sign into there, look at that dashboard, and you can see where they are in terms of grades. They have a to-do list for each class, and it has like basically what assignments are due, if they're past due, if they're done. And it's really like a good opportunity to teach some time management and organizational skills, and then also for you to get up-to-date information about where they are in each class.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, that's a great tip. And even if it's, sometimes technology is really hard to navigate, PCX, of what Ms. Phelps is referring to, is our online program. So last year, for some parents that were with us, we had what was called Google Classroom. So now we have shifted completely to a different program, and it's hard to navigate. I'll be honest with that, but the one thing about that is we're all here to kind of work together with that. So I know sometimes for parents, it can be very overwhelming to, okay, I'm at the dashboard, I can't see, I don't know what is what. That's totally fine. We can set up different ways of communication to make sure that your daughters are doing their assignments and, all of that. So I know it can be very overwhelming at times for our students and for our parents as well.
If anybody's interested, we could show you how to look at these grades. I have a student that I have grades for that's not even attending YWCP, so I could show you if anybody's interested.
Are there any parents interested? Because we could definitely have Ms. Brink share her screen and show that if anyone's interested.
Oh, okay. If the tech committee has a slideshow, you know, that could be nice. They could do it whenever they want.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, Ms. Phelps. We do have Mr. Danko Hansen in the house, who is our assistant principal. I see him. Is there any awesome words you'd like to share with the parents of the 8th grade?
Well, I was just, you know, doing a cameo, just stopping in each room. You know, this is my first year at YWCP, and I'm so excited. What I'm most excited about is the fact that we have such wonderful, dedicated professionals willing to do anything to support our families. And most of you 8th graders have already been here, know that. You know, with the ongoing pandemic, you know, I'm also serving in the role of the COVID-19 coordinator. And just to let families know that we are doing everything that we can to ensure that we are putting in all mitigation measures in the schools to keep everybody safe. And we know that it's important to try and get our kids back into the school, into the building, so they can see each other and socialize in addition to learning. So as you get information or as you have questions, again, as everybody's been saying, please feel free to reach out, call, text, email. We'll do everything we can to provide you information. All right. And
thank you. Yeah. So I'm gonna just, any more questions anyone has about school, about athletics, about PCX, anything? Okay. All right then. Well, if there's no questions, then that would be our presentation for tonight for the 8th grade team. So I just wanted to say, you know, thank you for everyone that came tonight, parents, students, teachers, thank you guys so much. Again, this PowerPoint will be posted on our website. So it'll have all of the teachers' contacts information and all of that. And obviously, moving forward, if there's anything that you guys need, you know, feel free to reach out to us. We're always here. And thank you all for coming tonight. Okay, bye.